And welcome to stage 8 of the 2011 Personnel Dakar Argentina Chile Rally. Plenty of action coming up for you today in the bikes. All the leaders get together to help each other out through the tricky dunes. And in the cars, the same. Nasser Al-Attiyah and Carlos Sainz running together for the whole stage. But first, let's take a look back on some of yesterday's action that we missed. It's true to say that the stage was shortened quite a lot yesterday. Some of the riders thinking that they would miss out on an adventure, but that certainly was not the case. A 600 kilometre special was reduced to just 270, but it didn't provide any less of a challenge. It wasn't just the trucks that got problems, some of the amateur cars as well, in the deep fesh, beaching themselves very easily. And when that happens, you're a sitting target. Even some of the big names, the Kamaz truck of Firdis Kabarov getting beached on the top of a hill. And here is an unlucky biker. I got confused. We arrived late yesterday. Yes, but we slept in the dunes, says Mam. We arrived at 1 p.m. the day after. I don't remember anything, says Laurent. But that's the Dakar. You're always surprised, and it's very hard when you see your friend like that. It touches you. But the good thing is, it's only a little problem for Laurent. He was flown out of the stage, while Meffret is out. It's through the desert stages where the companionship really shines through on Dakar. Everyone else helping each other out to find the best possible path. The well-trodden tracks from some of the faster competitors, yes, they can be followed, but in less substantial machinery, they are still. Didn't stop people having fun though. South African Albert Hintonus struggling with his bike. Best female in the race so far, Annie Seal, a Dakar legend, also struggling.
I have no clutch.
No clutch, very difficult when you stop. And Annie, just a small, meagre Swedish lady, very fast on a motorcycle, but even she would find it difficult. Anyone would find it difficult to drop the clutch and get going again. Using a hill to get going, she went from 37th to 51st overall, but she did finish the stage some 3¼ hours down. These big bikes, very heavy indeed, and when you've got deep sand to try and sort out. Even some of the bigger riders, as Azevedo, struggling to deal with his big machine. So 270 kilometres, but still a true Dakar challenge. And guess what? It's all the same again today. Christian Califano. Mr. Castera, can you make it more difficult for me, please? Because I'm already shattered, and it's really not that hard enough. That was sarcastic from the Frenchman. Stage 8 of the Dakar today promises to be one of the toughest and most varied. Stones will threaten the tyres early on, mining tracks will cause chaos with navigation, and then the skills of the drivers will be tested in the dunes. It's 500 kilometres of special and one of the trickiest days on 2011 Dakar. We'll end up in Copiapó. With the long stage comes the early morning. And some stunning sights for the helicopters, bikers and riders. Chaleco Lopez opened the stage, but quite soon he was caught by Cyril Desprez, and in turn they were caught by Marc Coma. Chaleco took his first victory yesterday, but of course that means he has to lead the stage. As you can see, confusion right from the word go as to which direction they should choose. Initially copying each other, it's who has the least strong head to follow the other riders. These three would stick together from the first 30 kilometres all the way to the end of the stage. Desprez leading them through the desert stages and Lopez leading through the mining tracks early on. Eventually it would be Marc Coma who would take stage victory, but by 2 minutes from Cyril Desprez. Lopez another 2 minutes down. We see a lot of shots of the amateur competitors getting stuck in the sand, but it does happen to the professionals as well. But when it's going good, you can almost see the smiles on the faces of these three. Companionship and the Dakar spirit in full force. Chaleco Lopez did have a small fall, and he got away from the group, and therefore he just was the last of the three competitors to cross the finishing line here in Copiapó. No damage to the bike though, and he will be able to continue tomorrow, albeit third on the road. Jonas Street was another fatality today. At the moment we're not quite sure what his times are, and just look at this for a crash. Whoa. Glad to say Kemal Merkit okay after that one. A man that wasn't okay though was Paulo Concalves. A healthy ride yesterday. He had a small crash, but nothing like the one he had today, holding his left arm. He's out of the rally after breaking his collarbone. That's 2 collarbones for BMW in 3 days.
So Paolo, ¿qué pasa?
In so much pain he couldn't even answer the questions. And so to the results of the day. The first 3 we've already seen, and once more Helder Rodriguez was 4th, some 8.5 minutes down from the pace of the 3 ahead of him. The best Yamaha, yes, but he would have been like to be with those front 3. In 6th spot eventually was Ruben Faria, the Red Bull KTM rider had initially been in 5th on the road but lost time on the later parts of the course through the dune section, running on his own for most of the stage, and he lost out to this man. How Ulvesetta finally getting to grips with his KTM 450. He's ridden 690 for the last 7 years on Dakar, and he is absolutely loving it now and loving the negotiations around the dunes, and therefore that put him 5th spot, his best result of the rally so far. And in 7th with the man we haven't seen too much of when he's been on the bike, Alain Duclos on the Aprilia had a strong day today running on his own. He passed 5 bikes early on, found and passed Pajero as well, and he finished the day in 7th spot. Problems early on in the rally though means he's still far down overall. And in the quads, it's Patronelli time once more. Problems yesterday dropped him 1 hour down, but Alejandro Patronelli is on course for victory here today, and that is good news. Not so much for this man. Thomas Maffei was leading the standings. He is last of the runners at the moment on the stage, struggling with problems with his Yamaha. It's all changed in the quads once more.